Good morning, and thanks for watching Market Day Report. I'm John Jenkinson. President Donald Trump directs the EPA to create a new rule allowing year-round sales of E15 ethanol blends, a move that will help create additional demand for farmers suffering from low crop prices. Joining us now to share his thoughts is the American Farm Bureau President, Zippy Duvall. Mr. President, thank you very much for joining us. What do you think about this week's E15 announcement, and how do you see it benefiting farms and biofuel producers?
Sure, we're really excited about that. This is an issue that we've been working on since this administration took over, and we knew that there was a great possibility that we could do it. You know, we're in a time where farm income is down 52%. The economy out on the farm is very bad. We got trade treaties that are taking away some of our trade overseas. So to have something like this to come through that's going to require more bushels of corn to be able to produce it is really a good timing for us for it to happen. It'll be good for farmers and their farms. It'll be good for farm communities. It'll be good for the country because this is a cleaner fuel, and it'll maintain the jobs that are around that infrastructure.
Mr. President, you mentioned trade. What about the recently announced USMCA deal? What does that mean for producers?
It means a lot. We went into this trade renegotiation with the attitude telling this administration do no harm with the gains that we had gotten with the NAFTA over the last 23 years. It grew from $8 billion to $39 billion and was growing when we started talking about renegotiating. So we accomplished that. We done no harm. We actually done better because we've tore down some barriers with some of the dairy and poultry and eggs and turkey going into Canada. And we also understand this is really a better deal than what TPP would have given us with Mexico and Canada. So we're real excited about this, and we're getting prepared now to continue to evaluate the fine points of the trade treaty so that we can have our board vote on it and move forward to try to help the president get it through Congress.
You think that that agreement may have an effect on the future negotiations with China?
Oh, I think it will, because what it did was it set a precedent of how we want to handle biotechnology, sanitary issues. A lot of the things that in the rules in this new agreement is going to be used in future agreements, whether it be bilateral or multilateral. So this was a real important trade treaty, and what's important to know is this trade treaty is actually better, even in those rules, than what TPP was.
What does Farm Bureau expect or maybe hope for in future trade negotiations as they continue to progress?
So we know that the battle in China is going to be a long one, but we're real excited about the opportunities that we may have in Japan with the agreement that the president in Japan has come up with, and we are beginning to hear more talk about having something in the EU arena. So when you start talking about those two areas, and then of course we've asked this administration to go on offense and go into a lot of these other countries where there's going to be a void because China's going to be buying up soybeans from all over the world. It's going to create a void for some of these other smaller countries. We want to make sure we're there to sell our soybeans to them instead of China.
American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall joining us from their D.C. headquarters there in our nation's capital. Mr. President, thank you very much. Always appreciate it.